God says, the final word from heaven has arrived for you, before the one you love the most disappears from your life forever. This is not a dream, not a vision, but a moment of divine urgency sent straight from the throne of mercy. If you're reading this now, don't delay. Don't scroll past this. Because what I am about to reveal is not just a message, it's the turning point between holding on and losing everything. Comment, Amen. Right now, if you can feel the weight of this moment resting on your heart. My child, I have watched you for many nights, sitting silently with questions, pain, and tears that no one else has seen. Your heart has cried in rooms where nobody noticed. But I noticed. I heard it all, even when you whispered nothing. I came close to you when you felt abandoned. I stood beside you when the weight was crushing your shoulders and the world moved on without you. This moment was written for you long ago, and I chose this day, this second, to speak these words into your spirit. Please, if you believe this is for you like this video, this is not by chance. This is a divine encounter, and your heart knows it already. There's someone in your life who carries a piece of your soul. Someone whose presence means more than you've ever been able to explain. They've held you through storms. Their voice has been your comfort. Their name lives inside your prayers. But heaven is warning that time is slipping away. The clock is ticking and you don't even realize how close they are to stepping away, whether by distance, by tragedy, or by purpose. I am telling you this now not to scare you, but to awaken you. Because what is coming cannot be undone once it has arrived. Comment 1111 if you believe what you're reading is being spoken directly into your life. You have missed many signs. You have walked past so many moments I tried to show you. But I am still here, trying again, not out of anger, but out of relentless love. I never gave up on you. Even when you ignored my voice, I kept reaching. Even when you silenced your own hope, I kept protecting the people you care about. Even now, I am holding back storms you don't see. But today, the warning must be heard. Because the person you cannot live without is being drawn into a path that may not include you unless you listen. This is a spiritual rescue. I am not calling you out to punish you. I am calling you back to protect what is sacred in your life. Your love has meaning. Your bond is divine. But there are forces pulling that person away from the purpose I wrote for both of you. And unless you turn toward me now, unless you open your ears to my whisper, you may look back and realize too late that I was trying to save this connection before it broke forever. You think they will always be there, but nothing in this world is promised except the breath I give you each morning. Do not delay when my spirit is pressing on your heart this urgently. The enemy has been working in silence, poisoning thoughts, opening old wounds, creating distances that weren't there before. But I can reverse it. I can stop what's trying to divide. I can rewrite this ending, but you must let me in completely, without resistance, without delay. Comment 222 if you trust this moment is heaven's final call to protect what matters most. I want you to know that my power is not limited by time, mistakes, or circumstances. I can heal what's broken beyond words. I can restore what feels already gone. I can draw the person you love back into your arms with peace and clarity if you will surrender the fear and return to me fully. I can dry every tear that you've cried in secret. But you have to trust that this is real. This is your moment to stop running, stop hiding, and face what needs to be faced with me at your side. You've been feeling heavy for a reason. You've felt something shifting, a sense that something important is slipping from your grip. That's not your imagination. That's the tug of my spirit trying to prepare your heart. I don't want you to be caught in regret, looking back at memories you wished you had cherished more. I want you to act now. Hold tighter. Speak love louder. Be present. Forgive quickly. Let go of pride, because the final window is opening, and it may not stay open long. Even when you failed me, I never failed you. Even when you chose silence over prayer, I stayed beside you. Even now, when doubt tries to choke the truth from your ears, my mercy is surrounding you. This is not the end unless you choose to turn away. I can still redeem the days you lost. I can still renew the bond that's grown weak. I can still bring beauty from the ashes. But the door must be opened from your side now. I need you to feel how serious this island, not with fear but with awareness. This is your wake-up call. This is your second chance. This is the breath before the storm. Heaven's final message isn't one of sorrow. It's a message of divine interruption, of sacred protection, of holy reversal. But you must grab hold now, or the moment will pass. Stay with me. Stay grounded in the faith that has kept you alive this long. You have not come this far to lose what matters the most. I see every effort, every prayer, every tear, and I am responding. I am fighting for you. I am surrounding the person you love with angels even now. But don't wait to move. Don't wait to speak. Don't wait to love them fully. Because every heartbeat matters right now. If money always seems out of reach, your brain might be the reason. Scientists have found that a 9-word phrase buried deep in your subconscious could be blocking financial blessings without you even realizing it. But when you say the words out loud, the blockage is removed and abundance begins to flow. Thousands have already felt the shift. Click the link in the description and comments before this secret disappears forever. The one you're thinking about right now, the one whose name lives inside your deepest prayers, is the very person I'm speaking of. You don't need to search or wonder who this island, your spirit already knows. And I am telling you clearly now, this person is standing at the edge of a decision, a crossroad between staying or fading away. It may not show on their face, but it's echoing inside their heart. The distance isn't just physical, it's spiritual. And if you don't allow me to step into the center of this relationship, you will witness the slow unraveling of something sacred. I am the one who breathed life into this connection. I designed it with purpose. It was never just about comfort or companionship. This relationship was marked for a higher reason, a divine alignment to bring light to the world through unity and spiritual covering. But the enemy has tried to steal that purpose by whispering lies into the ears of the one you love, creating confusion, fatigue, disconnection, and doubt. This is why I am speaking to you now. Not to make you panic, but to awaken your spiritual authority. I placed power in your words. I placed fire in your prayers. I gave you the ability to fight in the spirit for what matters. Stop believing the lie that it's too late. It's not too late. Heaven still has time to shift what looks lost. But I need your obedience more than your fear. I need your surrender more than your worry. I need your full heart more than your half-hearted hope. Comment 555 if you are claiming this moment as your personal sign that heaven is not finished with you yet. There are angels standing guard around the one you love right now, protecting them from emotional traps, keeping them from walking into harm's way, shielding them from voices that were sent to mislead. I sent my protection even when they didn't ask for it, because I knew your prayers were standing in the gap. I saw the nights you cried out silently, and I responded with holy intervention. I have kept them safe even in the darkest moments, because I have not forgotten the promises I made to you. But now, I am requiring something from you too. I need you to silence the chaos in your mind and listen with the ears of your soul. I need you to let go of your obsession with control and trust that I, the Lord your God, am moving in ways you cannot yet see. You don't have to understand the process to trust the purpose. You don't have to predict the outcome to be obedient to my voice. What I'm asking from you is faith, true faith, the kind that holds on when everything around you is falling apart. Do not let the distractions of this world steal your awareness of my presence. The enemy knows this is a critical moment. That is why everything seems louder, harder, more painful. That is why confusion and weariness have increased. He is trying to blur your focus so you miss this final divine instruction, but I am lifting that fog now. I am bringing your eyes back to what matters. I am anchoring your spirit in me again. Comment 1212 if you're ready to walk forward in full trust, even if you don't see the full picture yet. Every step of this journey has been seen by me. Not one moment has gone unnoticed. Even the wounds you tried to hide from others, I saw them. Even the thoughts you buried, I heard them. And still, I never left your side. I never pulled away, my love. I never withheld my mercy. And today, I am offering you not only reassurance but realignment. I want to reposition your heart so that it beats in rhythm with my will again. I want to carry you through this valley and bring you into a place of healing you've never known before. This isn't about trying harder. This is about surrendering deeper. You don't need to fix everything. You just need to trust me while I fix what you can't. The door of change is open, but you must walk through it in obedience. Speak life again. Choose love again. Pray with power again. Don't let bitterness take root. Don't let silence be the end. Let me guide your words. Let me soften your heart. Let me restore what seems gone. The one you love is still reachable. They have not gone too far. I am whispering to them even now, calling them back into truth, but I need you to be the bridge, not the wall. Be the vessel of grace. Be the extension of my patience. Be the hands and heart I can work through. And know this, I will bless every act of faith, every step of humility, every tear that falls with purpose. The person you're afraid to lose is not slipping away without heaven noticing. I have placed my presence around them like a shield. I have surrounded them with grace in moments where you thought they were unreachable. But now I am inviting you to go deeper. I am inviting you into the place of bold, spiritual authority, not fear, not panic, but divine boldness, the kind that causes miracles to take place in the quiet moments of prayer. You are not powerless in this situation. You are not helpless. Your voice carries weight in the spirit realm because you are covered in my name. The same voice that cried out in desperation can cry out in faith. The same hands that trembled can now rise in surrender. I have seen your pain, but now I want to witness your praise in the middle of it, because that's where I move the most when your worship rises from the broken place and not the comfortable one. A strange 9-word prayer, once locked away in a government archive, is now helping everyday people attract money faster than ever imagined. Scientists say it activates a dormant part of the brain tied to abundance and receiving. It takes less than 30 seconds to speak, but the effects can be life-changing. People are reporting cleared debts, surprise windfalls, and total financial freedom. Click the link in the description and comments before this page is taken down without warning. You have been feeling that time is running out, and you're right. The season is shifting quickly. The sands are falling fast. But even if you feel late, I am always on time. I am the God who opens graves. I am the one who brings dead things back to life. I am not limited by clocks or calendars. I move in alignment with eternity. And your faith, your deep, desperate faith, can activate something right now that turns this situation around. Comment 999 if you believe that God's timing is perfect and your breakthrough is already in motion. I am closer than you think. I am not far off, watching from a distance. I am right here speaking through these words to draw you back into alignment. You keep asking for signs, and this is one of them. You keep asking for help, and I am the help. You keep hoping for a shift, and I am the shift. Don't overlook how present I am just because I'm not moving the way you imagined. I don't need a crowd to do a miracle. I just need your permission. Let me have your fear. Let me have your overthinking. Let me take the emotional exhaustion that's been stealing your strength. You don't have to understand everything that's happening to be held by me in the middle of it. There's healing I'm releasing into your heart even now. You can feel it, a strange peace settling in even while everything feels uncertain. That's not your imagination. That's my spirit calming the storm inside you before I silence the storm around you. You thought the story was ending here, but I am writing again. I am not done. The chapter that's coming will make sense of the ones that hurt you. The restoration that is on the way will make you forget how deep the loss almost felt. I am rebuilding what pain tried to destroy, and I am restoring what time tried to steal. The person you love still has a purpose tied to yours. The ending you fear isn't the one I wrote. The enemy may try, but I have the final word. Comment 1010 if you're ready to release the fear and receive the restoration I have already begun. I know how tired you are. I know what it took to keep going. I know how many times you said I'm fine just to survive the day. But now I want you to live, not just survive. I want to breathe new life into your heart. I want to lift the weight off your shoulders. I want to pull you out of the darkness you've been hiding in. Let my love fill every hollow space inside you. Let my spirit carry what your soul can't anymore. I've been whispering to you through music, through silence, through unexpected moments. I've been trying to tell you that it's not too late, that you haven't ruined anything beyond repair, that the connection you love is still under my hand. But I need your faith more than your worry. I need your surrender more than your questions. I need your yes. Say yes to trusting me. Say yes to loving even when it's hard. Say yes to believing even when you feel scared. Because that is where transformation begins, not in perfection, but in surrender. You will not lose what I have blessed when you choose to stay in my presence. You will not miss your miracle if you stay at my feet. And you will not walk alone when you carry my name in your heart. So now, lift your head, let the tears fall, but let your spirit rise. You are chosen for this moment. You are not here by accident. The weight you feel is confirmation of how important this island. Heaven is watching, angels are moving, and I, your God, am still writing the ending. You weren't sent into their life by chance. You were sent as a covering. You were sent to intercede. You were sent to be a living extension of my mercy and patience. I placed you in their path because I knew they would need someone whose love had roots in eternity. And I know it hasn't been easy. I know you've been questioning whether they even see you anymore. I know your heart has been aching in places you didn't even know could ache. But you must hear me clearly. Your love is not invisible to me. Every time you chose to forgive instead of accuse, I saw it. Every time you chose to stay instead of leave, I honored it. Every time you swallowed your pain to make space for their healing, heaven noticed. And now, I am releasing something over you that you weren't even expecting. A peace that doesn't need proof, a strength that won't require explanation, a breakthrough that will silence every fear. You've felt them pulling away, even when they smile in your presence. You've sensed the distance, even when they say the right words. Your spirit knows something is shifting, and that's because at Island, they're being pulled between two worlds, one of comfort and one of calling. The enemy has tried to plant seeds of confusion, of bitterness, of emotional numbness, but I'm stepping in now. I'm cutting off the voices that are not from me. I'm silencing the noise. I'm calling them back to the place of truth. Comment 1717 if you're standing in agreement that what the enemy meant for harm, I am now turning for good. This love is not just emotional, it's spiritual. This isn't just about companionship, it's about covering. I placed you there as a shield, not a shadow. Your presence holds more power than you think. When you speak life over them, angels move. When you cover them in prayer, walls break. When you refuse to give up, I respond with favor. You may not feel it, but I am surrounding your faith with fire. I have not allowed this connection to break because there is still something holy attached to it. There is something about the two of you together that makes hell nervous. There is purpose when you pray together. There is healing when you forgive each other. There is glory when you walk in unity. But unity cannot exist without me, so I am calling you deeper, not just into their life, but into mine. Because when you are rooted in me, no storm can shake what I have joined together. Researchers recently uncovered something unusual in a classified neuroscience file. A 9-word sentence that appears to rewire how your brain responds to wealth. People who repeat it daily are seeing real-world results, reduced anxiety, boosted income, and unexpected financial gifts. It's simple, silent, and requires no action, just the words. But this discovery is being watched closely, and it might not stay online for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes. And yes, I know your patience is wearing thin. I know your spirit feels tired, but you must not let go now. Not when heaven is so close to releasing what you've been weeping for. Do not allow delay to make you believe I've denied you. I haven't. I've been preparing this moment to show you that I've been working even in the silence. That the love you carry is not in vain. That the connection you've been worried about is still under my protection. Comment, Amen, if you trust that what you're carrying in your heart is not going unnoticed in heaven. I'm not only healing what's between you and them, I'm healing what's inside of you. The loneliness, the longing, the fear of abandonment, the ache of feeling unseen. I'm putting my hands on the parts of you that no one else knows are hurting. You've been showing up for others without asking anyone to show up for you. But I see you, and I'm here now, holding the tears that never reached your pillow because you cried them in silence. You are not invisible. You are not forgotten. You are not the one who loves too much. You are the one who carries my heart for others. And because of that, I am going to reward you in a way that's beyond your understanding. You will not pour out endlessly without being filled. You will not intercede without seeing victory. You will not carry the weight of this person's pain without also seeing their healing. So don't stop now. Don't pull away just because it hurts. Let the pain teach you how deeply you're invested. Let the ache remind you of the power your love holds. And when you feel weak, lean into me. When you feel like letting go, I will hold you tighter. You are not meant to carry this alone. I am in this with you. I am fighting alongside you. I am covering you both, and I will not let this slip through your hands if you stay in my will. The person you love, the one your soul clings to, is not out of my reach. They are not beyond the grasp of my mercy or the pull of my love. Even in their silence, I am speaking. Even in their distance, I am drawing them back. Even when they drift, I stay close. You think they've turned away, but you don't see the quiet moments when my voice whispers to them. You don't see the tears they won't show you. You don't see the memories of you that I keep bringing to their mind. You are not forgotten in their story. Your name still echoes in places of their heart that they don't talk about. Your presence is woven into their journey because I placed you there. I tied your spirit to theirs with threads of purpose, not just emotion. And what I joined with purpose, no distance, no delay, no darkness can separate unless you give up too soon. You are the reason they've survived more battles than they will ever admit. You are the one who stood in the gap when no one else even noticed they were slipping. I used your love to speak louder than the noise in their head. I used your loyalty to show them what my faithfulness looks like in human form. Don't think for a second that any of it was wasted. Not a moment. Not a word. Not a tear. Comment 222. If you're trusting me to restore everything you thought was slowly falling apart. There are some things you didn't say out loud because you were afraid it would break what little was left. You held back your fears. You softened your voice. You swallowed your pain. But I heard it all. And now, I am asking you to stop holding the weight of it alone. Give it to me. Lay it down. Release it. Because you were never meant to carry the burden of someone else's healing by yourself. I am the healer. I am the restorer. I am the one who breathes life back into things that seem gone. Your prayers reached me when you thought they didn't. Your whispered, "Please help," moved angels when you felt forgotten. You didn't need a perfect prayer. You just needed a broken and honest one, and you gave me that. And that's why I'm moving right now. Because your heart has stayed soft, and I always respond to the soft-hearted. The person you love is going through a war that has nothing to do with you, but your love is helping them survive it. They may not know how to say it. They may not even show it. But they feel it. They feel when you pray. They feel when you think about them with compassion. They feel the pull of something higher when you speak their name in prayer. That's not imagination. That's spiritual power. Don't underestimate what I can do through your love. I have moved mountains with faith smaller than yours. I have broken chains with prayers less desperate than the ones you've cried in the middle of the night. I have restored lives that were much further gone than this. You are not losing this. You are not being punished. You are being positioned for a healing you couldn't have made happen on your own. Comment, Amen. If you believe this is your confirmation that God is still holding both your heart and theirs, your obedience matters now more than ever. The way you choose to love, even when it hurts. The way you choose to pray instead of panic. The way you choose to forgive before you understand. These are the choices that unlock miracles. These are the moments that move my hand. You don't need a grand gesture. You just need a heart that says, "God, I trust you even now." The end is not coming for this story. It's a rebirth. It's a divine pause before the breakthrough. I am not removing this person from your life. I am removing what tried to break the bond. I am not allowing you to lose them. I am strengthening the foundation so you both can walk together in a love that is deeper, purer, and more aligned with my will than ever before. A Harvard-backed study just confirmed what spiritual leaders have whispered for centuries. Words carry power. Specifically, a 9-word phrase is now helping thousands attract wealth without stress, hard work, or guesswork. You don't need to believe in miracles for this to work, but many people are starting to. The results are showing up in their bank accounts, not just in their hearts. Click the link in the description and comments before this message is erased forever. You were meant to be more than memories to each other. You were meant to be living testimonies of what grace looks like when it walks through fire and still chooses to love. I am not done. I am not finished. I am only getting started. So wipe your tears, breathe again, and rest in the truth that I am the God of comebacks, of second chances, of unexpected miracles. What I'm building is stronger than what was broken. I know what this person means to you. I know the way their laughter softens your day, how their voice brings comfort even when they say nothing at all. I know the way your heart looks for them in every quiet space, and how you pray more for their peace than your own. That love you carry isn't weakness, it's holy. It's not obsession, it's spiritual responsibility. You were called to love them, not because you needed someone to pour into, but because I trusted you to carry them with care. This isn't just emotional attachment. This is intercession. This is divine warfare. This is the kind of bond that I write into people's stories when I want to show the world how love rooted in me survives the darkest trials. So yes, it's heavy. Yes, it hurts sometimes, but it also matters. More than you think. You were never meant to carry the weight of saving them. That's my job. But you were chosen to be a voice of love when the world grew quiet around them. You were chosen to pray when they stopped believing. You were chosen to remind them, through your gentleness, that they are still seen, still wanted, still worth fighting for. That is not a burden, that is a blessing. Comment 333 if you're willing to keep showing up in faith, even when you feel unseen. You're not losing them. You're learning how to trust me with what you cannot control. You're learning how to release them into my hands, not out of fear, but out of faith. You're learning how to breathe even when you feel their absence in the little things. And most of all, you're learning how to lean on me when your own heart doesn't have the strength to keep standing on its own. I have not brought you this far to abandon you. I have not given you this love just to leave you broken. There is restoration ahead. There is healing on the horizon. But before the miracle comes, I am doing something in you. I am expanding your heart. I am strengthening your spirit. I am deepening your dependence on me, so that when I rebuild, you will not just get back what was lost. You will receive something stronger, purer, more lasting. And yes, it will still be them, but not the version of them that's been distant, confused, or burdened. It will be a version of them who has walked through the valley and come back with clarity. It will be a version of them who knows how much you mean, who understands the value of what nearly slipped away. Trust me when I say this. What's coming will feel like a resurrection, like joy returning after a long silence, like a sunrise after too many dark nights. Comment 555 if you're ready to receive the version of this love that's been refined in the fire. You don't need to beg anyone to stay. You don't need to chase what I've ordained. Love rooted in me does not vanish. It may tremble, it may struggle, but it will not be stolen. And if something is ever removed, it's only because I'm making space for something greater. But in this case, I am not removing. I am redeeming. I am restoring. I am rewriting the ending. Stay anchored in me, not in your emotions, not in the silence, not in what they said or didn't say. Anchor yourself in my voice, in my promises, in my consistency. Because when everything else feels unstable, I remain your solid ground. When the future feels unsure, my plan remains unchanged. I am not shaken by human uncertainty. I am not moved by emotion. I move by purpose, and you, my child, are still aligned with the purpose I placed in your heart from the very beginning. This is the moment where the tide starts to turn. You may not feel it yet, but the spiritual shift has already begun. Doors are opening in the invisible. Walls are breaking where you thought things were stuck. Their heart is softening even when you don't see the change. Your prayers are circling them like fire, and I am bringing the pieces together in ways you cannot yet comprehend. There are moments when you feel like your presence is no longer enough for them. You sense the emotional distance growing. You see how distracted they are. You hear the quiet in conversations that used to feel so full. But I want you to know that just because things feel uncertain now, it doesn't mean they're slipping away. I am doing something deep inside of them, something that requires space, silence, and surrender. That silence isn't punishment, it's preparation. What you're walking through is not rejection, it's realignment. I am redirecting their spirit, drawing them away from distraction, and pulling them closer to the truth. Sometimes that process looks like detachment. Sometimes it feels like absence. But I am present in all of it. I am surrounding both of you in ways that can't be measured by physical nearness. You think you've been distant, but your souls are being drawn closer than ever before through the refining of this season. Comment 1010 if you believe this time apart is not separation, but sacred transformation. A once forgotten 9-word sentence is quietly changing lives across the world. It takes just a few seconds to say, yet people are waking up to cleared debts, surprise cash deposits, and a deep sense of peace. Neuroscience confirms it activates a wealth-attracting part of your brain most people never tap into. This could be your turning point, but the page could vanish at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it's removed forever. They are not gone. They are just quiet. They are not forgetting you. They are facing a storm within themselves that has nothing to do with you. And even when they don't show it, they feel your love. They remember your grace. They carry your kindness like a compass in their chaos. You became home for their soul in a world that never gave them peace. And though they may not be speaking, their spirit is still holding on to you in ways they can't explain. Your prayers are doing more than you realize. They are pushing back darkness. They are clearing confusion. They are covering them in moments when you don't even know they're struggling. You are a spiritual gatekeeper in their life, and heaven honors that role. Don't stop praying. Don't stop loving. Don't stop believing. Because I am honoring every moment you stayed faithful when it would have been easier to walk away. You don't have to perform to keep them. You don't have to change who you are to be enough. I created you exactly as you are because your authenticity is what their soul needs. Your presence is not just comforting, it's healing. And I chose you to be their reminder of my love in a season when they couldn't see me clearly on their own. Comment 999 if you're ready to keep standing in the gap, even when you don't see the results right away. You've carried questions that felt too heavy to say out loud. You've wondered if you're the only one holding on. You've asked yourself if you're just setting yourself up to be hurt again. But I need you to listen to me, not your fear, not your doubt, not your memory of the last time you felt let down. Listen to me. I am the God who never wastes pain. I am the God who brings purpose out of silence. I am the one who sees the love in your heart and honors it with divine protection. This person is not leaving your life. Not now. Not like this. I am still working. I am still writing. I am still restoring. And yes, even if it feels like it's crumbling, I am the God who rebuilds from ashes. I can bring beauty out of what looks ruined. I can restore what has been misunderstood. I can return the softness to their voice, the joy to their presence, the closeness to your bond. But I need you to walk with me more than you walk with your emotions. Your emotions are loud, but they don't speak the truth. My spirit is quiet, but constant. Let my words anchor you. Let my promises carry you, because I am not done, and neither are you. The bond between you and this person is not broken. It is being prepared for something greater, something more meaningful, something that reflects me. You don't have to do this alone. You never did. Even when they couldn't show up for you, I did. Even when you cried alone, I was collecting every tear. Even when you felt ignored, I was fighting for you. So rest now. Rest in knowing that your obedience is unlocking healing. Your patience is making room for reconciliation. Your surrender is opening the door to the version of this relationship you've prayed for in the quiet. The miracle doesn't always come in thunder. Sometimes it comes in the soft unfolding of something you thought was finished. And that is what I'm doing now, quietly, gently, powerfully. The heaviness in your heart has been noticed in heaven. The way you press on, even when your hands are trembling, has not been overlooked. You love them with all you have, and yet you feel like you're slowly losing parts of yourself trying to keep them close. But I want you to know, you are not losing yourself. You are being refined. What you are becoming through this season is stronger, purer, and more deeply connected to me than ever before. It's not your job to fix them. It never was. You were never supposed to carry the full weight of their healing. You were called to love, not to save. You were asked to stay faithful, not to be flawless. And I know you've been trying. I see how you overthink every word, how you replay every silence, how you question your worth when they pull away. But hear me now, I do not base your value on their response. I see your worth in how you love when it's hardest to love. I see your strength in the silence, your devotion in the quiet moments no one applauds. Comment 222 if you're ready to release the need to carry what only God can hold. They are not ignoring you because you're unworthy. They are not walking away because you failed. They are facing a spiritual battle that goes deeper than your conversations. They are wrestling with wounds that were there long before you ever arrived. And your presence in their life has awakened things in their soul they don't know how to process. That's not rejection, it's reflection. You're reflecting a love they never fully believed they deserved. And that kind of love is hard to look in the eye. But you are not just anyone to them. I placed you there. I allowed this connection because I knew that you would love them with grace and truth, even when they resist both. I knew that your prayers would be a lifeline when their faith started to drown. I knew that your presence would remind them of me. So do not question the assignment just because it's gotten difficult. This isn't where the story ends. It's where the real healing begins. What if everything blocking your financial breakthrough could be undone with a single 9-word phrase? That's exactly what thousands are discovering as they speak this powerful prayer each morning. Backed by research and verified results, it's helping ordinary people step into unexpected abundance. No struggle, no hustle, just words with real impact. Click the link in the description and comments before this life-changing secret is deleted. Comment 333 if you still believe there's something worth holding on to through this fire. You've whispered to me, God, if this isn't meant to be, take it away. But what you really meant was, God, if this is going to fall apart, please hold me through it. I heard the real cry beneath the words. I've seen the way your hands still reach out when everything in you wants to retreat. And that kind of bravery doesn't go unnoticed in my kingdom. That kind of love is what miracles are built on. I know it hurts. I know you're tired of trying to be the strong one. I know you're exhausted from pouring out and not knowing what's being poured back in. But I promise you, every seed of love you've planted will grow. Every act of patience you've sown will bloom. Every quiet sacrifice you've made is building a harvest you haven't seen yet. Nothing is wasted, not even the tears. This is the place where faith has to rise higher than feeling. This is the place where you stop trying to control what happens and start trusting me to do what only I can do. I am not asking you to be perfect. I'm asking you to be present. Present with me. Present in prayer. Present in love. Present in hope. Because even when they can't see it, your consistency is creating safety. Your steadiness is breaking walls. Your belief is building bridges. I am working on their heart, even when they seem far. I am softening what once felt cold. I am breathing life into the places that have been silent for too long. You don't have to chase. You don't have to force. You just have to trust. Trust that my timing is never late. Trust that your love was chosen. Trust that this connection still holds purpose. And in the stillness, I will show you that I've been here all along, protecting, guiding, and preparing something better than what you lost. Stay close to me. I am your anchor. The person you love has felt far lately. There's a silence between you that feels heavier than words. But I want to remind you that silence is not the same as absence. Distance is not the same as abandonment. Sometimes I have to bring someone through a lonely valley so they learn how to hear me again. Sometimes I remove every noise around them, so my whisper becomes clear. You see their stillness and think they've stopped loving you. But I see their stillness and know it's the doorway to something sacred I'm building inside them. Do not confuse waiting with wasting. This time is not empty, it is holy. You have planted seeds in this relationship, seeds of prayer, forgiveness, faith, and grace. And though it may feel like nothing is happening, the roots are growing deep beneath the surface. The foundation is being fortified. The healing is beginning in places that eyes cannot see. Your love is not sitting idle. It's working in silence. It's still moving hearts. It's still shifting futures. Comment 777 if you trust that God is doing more than you can see right now. I know you've wondered how long you're supposed to wait. I know you've whispered, God, how much more do I need to give before something changes? But this isn't just about endurance. It's about transformation. I'm not asking you to suffer endlessly. I'm asking you to surrender deeply. There's a difference. Suffering fights to control what's slipping. Surrender trusts me to hold what you can't fix. Let me remind you, child, you are not holding this together with your own strength. You are not the glue that keeps someone else from breaking. That's my role. That's my responsibility. You are simply asked to love, to trust, and to rest in me while I do what only I can. And if you'll let me, I will lift the pressure off your shoulders. I will exchange your anxiety for my peace. I will take your heartbreak and hand you back hope. This isn't a punishment. This isn't me withholding blessings from you. This is me building something stronger than what you would have chosen for yourself. I know how deeply you care. I know how badly you want them to stay. I know the tears you've hidden behind smiles, but I also know what's best for your heart. And I would never allow something to remain broken if I didn't plan to rebuild it with beauty. Comment 999 if you are ready to release the weight of worry and receive the peace I have promised you. The love you feel is real, but it's not meant to consume you. It's meant to reflect me. When it begins to overwhelm, return to me. Let me reset your heart. Let me clear the fog of fear. Let me show you the difference between what you're carrying for love and what you're carrying out of fear of loss. Because fear will only drain you, but love, real, divine, God-breathed love will revive you. I have not given you a love story just to watch it fall apart. I don't orchestrate heartache for entertainment. I restore what's been wounded. I return what's been stolen. I resurrect what was declared dead. And yes, that includes this person, this connection, this aching part of your life. Nothing is beyond my touch. Nothing is too far gone for me. You're not wrong to love them. You're not foolish for still hoping. You're not naive for believing that something good can come from this pain. You are brave. You are faithful. You are exactly where I need you to be in this moment. Keep your eyes on me. Keep your prayers steady. Keep your heart soft. I will never fail you. There is a purpose in this pain. There is glory in this waiting. And very soon, you will understand why I asked you to hold on just a little longer. Because the healing is coming. The clarity is coming. And the love you've been pouring out, it's coming back to you. A declassified government document quietly revealed a 9-word phrase that's helping people unlock true financial freedom. It's not hype, it's backed by neuroscience and proven in real lives. From debt relief to unexpected paychecks, the stories are everywhere. But because of its origins, this information may not stay public for long. Click the link in the description and comments now, before the page disappears. There is something about your love that carries heaven's fingerprint, the way you see through their anger, the way you stay through their silence, the way you keep loving them without demanding anything in return. That kind of love isn't natural. It's divine. I placed it in you so that you could become the bridge between their heart and mine. You have been showing them a version of love that doesn't give up when it's disappointed, doesn't walk away when it's misunderstood, and doesn't fade when it isn't fed. That kind of love shakes the darkness. It makes demons nervous. It makes brokenness begin to heal. Even if they can't say it, they feel it. They feel your presence in their peace. They feel your prayers in their restless moments. They feel your heart reaching for them even when their walls are high. Don't let your mind convince you that they don't care. Their silence is not a sign of disinterest. It's the sound of a soul struggling with the weight of change. You've been praying for them to come back to you, but I've been preparing them to come back to me first. Because unless they return to me, they cannot fully return to you. Their healing must begin in my presence. Their clarity must come from my voice. Their direction must be born out of my spirit. And that's what I'm doing right now, even as you read these words.